Okay, so in this problem we're asked to give the equation of the circle with a diameter that has endpoints at -9, comma -9 and -6, comma +8. So the first thing is, let's make sure you understand what the standard equation of a circle is. And see, x minus h quantity squared and plus y minus k quantity squared equal to r squared. And remember that the center is the values h comma k, and your radius is capital R. So we don't have any of this information. We don't have the center, nor do we have the radius. So we can calculate what the center is by taking, just to kind of give you a visual that this is you have this circle here, and if this is our center point, we have the diameter that goes all the way through it. So let's say this point here is -9, comma -9, and this point over here is -6, comma 8. So looking at the x values, all we need to do is just take the midpoint of the x values and then the midpoint of the y values. That will give us our center. So let me see. So our center would be equal to, let's see, the x values is -9 plus -6, and we're going to divide that by 2. And then our y value for our center would be -9 plus 8 divided by 2. And that should give us our center. And the result of this would be, let's see, -15 over 2, comma, -1/2. Okay, so this is our h, and this is our k. Next, we need to figure out what what our radius is. So the radius is just half of the diameter. So let's calculate what the length of the diameter is. So length of diameter. All right. So let's see, we have the distance formula here. We take the x coordinates, -9, subtract the other x coordinate, -6, and we square it. Then we add that to the difference between the y coordinates, -9 minus 8, quantity squared. Okay. And the results of this would be, let's see, if we simplify this, we end up with -3 squared plus -17 squared. And simplify this even further, we end up with 9 plus 289. And finally, that gives us square root of 298. Okay, so that's the length of our diameter. And so for our radius, just going to take the diameter, and divide it by 2. So that's our radius. All right, that's r. So now for our standard equation of a circle, then we just plug all this in. So we end up with x minus, let's see, what is our h here? It is negative 15 over 2, and all this quantity squared, plus y minus negative 1/2, all of this squared, equal to square root of 298. Remember, this is r, so we have to square this, and the result of this would be, if we clean this up a little further, or actually let me do this. This will give us 298 over 4, okay, which reduces to 149 over 2. So then our final equation should look like this. X minus negative 15 over 2, quantity squared, plus y minus negative 1/2, quantity squared, equal to 149 over 2. So that is our equation of a circle. Oops. Okay.